So, hi there everybody, great to be with you all again. I'm a little bit disorganized today, I don't know why. So, let's see, we'll start with the announcements. Let's see, next stream will be on Thursday, which will be the 16th of May at 3:30 p.m. Nous. Yeah, I think this word nous is a little bit, is a little, to me it's a little bit informal. Use your nous, but edification. It's very edifying. I don't know. I will write myself a note anyway. Let me write a note just here about edification. Okay, it's very edifying. So, let's see. Hi there to everybody. I need to say some hellos. Hello to Immutable. Hi to Julia. Hi to Manisco. Hi to Nina. Hi to Oksana. Hi to Renyard. Hi to Ronan. Hi to Slipknot. And hi to Vitali. And I'm sure we'll get lots more as it goes on. Hi there to Patricia as well. So, lovely to see you all. Let's start. This was this article about visiting Antarctica and Antarctic tourism. So, let's see if this will fit here. Yes, of course, it's just too long. Cut, paste, cut, paste, and there. It has nonetheless been adopted by IAATO, which also restricts how many ships can visit any given site per day, as well as the number of passengers who can be aground, ashore, inshore, stranded at any one time. So, let's see, we've got stranded for Vitali. We've got aground for Oksana. We've got aground for Julia and Ronan. We've got aground for Ronan and Immutable and Believe. Patricia's gone for stranded. Disembarked. That's a good word, Renyard. I like disembarked. Okay, let me... Thank you very much, Oksana. Well done. So, aground is stuck. The ship has run aground. Yeah, the ship has run aground. The ship is aground. No, it's not aground. So if a ship is aground, then it can't move. It's stuck on a sandbank or stuck on the rocks. Okay, I'm quite amazed. So no. If you're stranded, you can't come back. You're stranded on a different, you're stranded. You can't get away. So no, it's not stranded either. If you're stranded, let's see. I went to a party in another city. I don't believe it. Inshore means inland. So no, I can't believe it. Thank you, Vitali. Well done, Vitali. It's ashore. Ashore. Yeah? Ashore. This means on the shore. On the land. So, for example, to go ashore. To go ashore. That's the phrase. Okay, so a ship runs aground. It goes aground. What a day! Yes, it is. You could very often there are problems with whales that are aground. Yeah, that they can't swim. As opposed to ahoy. I love it. Okay, inshore, inland, stranded, stuck, ashore. Who can be ashore? The answer is definitely ashore. Okay, let's go to the next one. And let's continue. And paste, that works. Okay, IAATO tend to lead in this area because they're much more reactive, added Bergstrom. What you can't expect them to do as an industry body is to ceiling cap top rein numbers. There, with the captain, stuck or unstuck. A great words to think of for me as well, yes. Well, it depends what the captain's like. Maybe that's Captain Hook, Patricia. Okay, so to ceiling cap top rein numbers. Yeah. Whales end up grounded because they have run aground. Okay, to run aground, notice aground is an adverb, yeah? Something that is aground, it's unable to move. So, okay, so what you can't expect them to do as an industry body is to limit numbers. To cook the books. Okay, to cook the books is to make the accounts say what you want them to say. If you cook the books, you make the accounts say different things to reality. Okay, so we've got cap for Vitali. We've got cap for Julia and Oksana. We've got cap for immutable. We've got cap for Ronan and Julia. Yeah, okay. Cook the books is fraudulent. Financial embezzlement. Cook the books. Cook the books. Normally plural. Good morning, Katia. So, is to cap. To cap is to give something a top number. Yes. To cap numbers. So the maximum number is this. Yeah. Let's see. To rein in, but no. To cap. To put a maximum number on something. As in the cap that goes on your head. And there is clear concert, rapport, compliance, consensus that needs to change, but no agreement on what those changes should be. Hi Mohammed Hassan, lovely to have you. Okay, so consensus for Vitalia, Nina and Oksana. I think this time we're going to end up with a consensus. Consensus for Katia. Hi Katia, lovely to see you. Consensus for Julia and Manu. Buenos dias, Manu. And consensus for Renyard and consensus for Believe. And okay, that looks great. So, hi Manu. Okay, so there is a clear consensus. A consensus is when most people agree. Okay, so Mohammed, consensus as well. Consensus for Ronan, definitely. An understanding. A consensus is when most people agree with something. There is clear, so Concert is everybody acts together. Rapport is a relationship. Compliance, you're complying with rules. But a consensus, there is a clear consensus. Most people agree that something needs to change. A consensus isn't saying that everybody agrees, but most people agree that. Most people think. And should landings be made at a larger number of sites, for instance, or should we aim to keep the human footstep, footprint, impression, fingerprint as small as possible? Popular conception. Popular conception is what people generally believe. A consensus is where most people agree. In fact, the class, there is a good rapport among peers, yes. Okay, so a consensus for Patricia as well. Okay, so this next one's easy. Human footprint for Oksana, for Nina. Footprint for Katya and Mohammed and Manu. Footprint for Vitaly and Julia. Footprint. Here it means presence. Yes, exactly, Renyard. Keep the human footprint. Footprint for Patricia. Okay, rapport is how people get on. It's a footprint. The footstep, normally, hi Deepak, the footstep you can hear. I can hear somebody's footsteps. Okay, so you hear footsteps, but footprints is the actual mark in the ground. The fingerprints are what the police look for. Okay, the human footprint has been as far as the moon. Good example, Mohammed. Footprint. Lizzie's fine, thank you, Patricia. Okay, so human footprint, human presence, human marks. And footstep. No, the footprint. It's the footprint. It's the footprint, because the footprint is the mark. One small step for man. That's the idea. Okay, footsteps are normally, as I said, are what you can hear. One giant leap for mankind. Okay, perhaps we should say the peninsula is the part of Antarctica that receives the greatest human percussion, impact, clout, clash, and that we should leave the rest alone. So, impact for Vitaly and Oksana, impact for Katya and Julia, human impact from Manu, impact from Mohammed and Nina. Yes, so this impact is talking about the footprint. Peas and potatoes with a little bit of ham as well. They normally make that, Patricia. Impact for Renyard. Okay, so percussion, a percussion instrument. These are drums and cymbals and things that you bang. No. Clout normally talks about influence, and a clash is an argument between people. Okay, a clash of cultures. Okay, the greatest human impact, the greatest human footprint. Percussion. No, percussion is normally talking about musical instruments. Everyone is unanimous. This is our but that's more than the consensus. Boiled egg too, yes, sounds very nice. We are already seeing repercussion, but repercussions talks about the events that come from that, the things that come after it, Deepak. So I fell over, and the repercussion was I bruised my arm. We are already seeing adventure-style tourism spreading, distributing, scattering, laying down to the Ross Sea. So spreading for Vitaly and Oksana and Nina. Spreading for EB, hi EB or Eb. Unanimous versus a consensus. Unanimous is everybody, consensus is most people but not everybody. Spreading for Katya, spreading down for Julia, spreading for Manu and Deepak, spreading down for Renyard, spreading for Believe, and spreading for Patricia. Yes, it's extending. It's extending everywhere. Distributing, this is talking about giving out. Or scattering, maybe I scatter sugar on top of my dessert. Or scattering rose petals over your heads. Spreading for Mohammed. Encroaching. I would say, okay, encroaching into, as opposed to encroach to, encroaching into or encroaching onto, Oksana. Adventure style tourism. Yeah, I love paprika. Paprika here is a very very common thing. Spreading. It's because there are lots of people who actually make paprika. Spreading down to the Ross Sea. Encroaching upon, thank you. Making inroads into. That's good. Well done, Vitaly and Deepak. Spreading rumours. Okay. Christian believes that any caps, whether on number of sites or on the number of ships visiting, would be quarrelsome, combative, pugnacious, contentious, and suggests an alternative might be to treat Antarctica as a national park and start charging entrance fees. Tourism is encroaching in a myriad of places. Okay, so quarrelsome. Two people are quarrelsome. These are two people who are always arguing. Combative. Two people are combative as well. If somebody's combative, they're always wanting to fight. But and pugnacious. Somebody who's pugnacious is always wanting to fight. But notice, quarrelsome, combative, and pugnacious. These normally talk about people. Yeah, he's a quarrelsome individual. He's a combative individual. He's a pugnacious individual. But contentious, as said by Vitaly, by Nina, by Mohammed, contentious by Katya and contentious by Julia and Ronan. Contentious by Oksana and contentious by Patricia and Manu. Yes, something that's contentious is a thing that people argue about. So, okay, this is a contentious issue. Contentious, it means that people are arguing about it. So a thing is contentious. A policy is contentious. An idea is contentious. Quarrelsome, somebody who is quarrelsome is always wanting to fight. Somebody who's pugnacious is somebody who doesn't give up. Somebody who keeps trying, who never gives up. So somebody who's quarrelsome, they're always looking for an argument. Whereas somebody who's pugnacious, they don't surrender, they don't give in. I'm pretty sure I got pugnacious. But it's contentious because the tourists say that we should be allowed this, and the locals say they shouldn't. Yeah, combative, yes. Would be controversial. I suppose controversial. But contentious is stronger than the other one. No problem, Deepak. Don't worry about it at all. A contentious point of view. There's no necessity, Deepak. Okay, so and controversial, yes, because not controversial is people talking about it. Contentious, people are getting very angry about it. So, frankly, there is so little regulation now that almost anything that will protect fragile areas and ensure, deliver, guard, underwrite industry is regulated by an official legal source. Rather than self-regulated would be really positive. Okay, so we've got inshore from Oksana, from Nina, inshore from Katia, inshore from Mohammed, inshore from Julia, and inshore from Manu, inshore from Patricia and Believe. Inshore industry is regulated from Manu. Good. Inshore from Renyard. And inshore from Masaraswati. So inshore very definitely, and ensure that it's regulated. Pugnacious has the image of a boxer who doesn't give up no matter how hard you hit him. I get knocked down, but I get up again. That's the idea of pugnacious. To underwrite is talking about financial insurance, Manu. There, dropped 2 comments. I probably lost them somewhere. Insure or make sure from Vitali. Okay, off the back of Saturday, you can use to tamper with to talk about tainting food or medicine, apart from anything else, as food or medicine will sometimes offer a tamper-proof label. Absolutely. So, hi there, White Stripes as well. Wow. Great to have you. So, and researchers recommend that anyone thinking about visiting Antarctica should take a hard look at their motivation and the impact of their so we've got choice for Nina, we've got pugnacious pugilist, choice for Vitali, choice for Manu. That great to have you, Granny. A pugilist is a fighter. Okay. Ball tampering, yes. And there was a scandal about ball tampering, wasn't there? Oh, there have been various over the years. So Mohammed goes for choice. So does Julia. So does Believe. Oksana for choice. Oh. Impact on their choice, yes, definitely. Choice for Katia, choice for White Stripes, choice for Renyard. On their pick. Of their pick. I guess pick would work, but choice is much better. Choice. Yeah. No, you're fine, Deepak. So choice is the impact and impacts of their choice, of their decision. And impugn, pugilism, boxing, pugilist. Okay. The Lost World is a very fine novel indeed. As a researcher, it's a moral decision that I make every time I go, whether what I'm doing is worth the impact, says Leanne, who says tourists should also assess, evaluate, appraise, weigh up the consequences. Okay, so we've got way up for Vitali. We got way up for Mohammed. We got way up for Nina. Way up for Saraswati. That's a good name, Saraswati. I like it. Way up for Upcycle Club. Hi Upcycle, lovely to have you. Way up, assess. Okay, but notice up. The up is outside the brackets. Assess up, no. Evaluate up, no. Appraise up, no. Weigh up, yes. Also assess the consequences, no up. Evaluate the consequences, yes. Appraise the consequences, yes. But weigh up the consequences. So we've got... Okay, so notice Renyard, assess up. No, just assess the consequences. Yes, Julia, weigh up the consequences. Weigh up for White Stripes. Weigh up for my granny. So I'm going to have to call you Jacko then. Way up. Way up for Oksana. Way up for Katia. Hi Halima, lovely to have you. Son, way up. Sopesar, exactly. Yes, I missed you, Suzanne. Way in. Way up. Way up. Okay, to weigh up, to estimate, to look at. Okay, so to weigh up. Weigh up the pros and cons. That's a good one, Manu. So, let's continue. Weigh up pros and cons of something. It's a good example, yes. If your motivation is simply because you have stepped on 6 continents already and you want to step on the 7th, personally, I think that's a fairly facetious, fickle, futile, frivolous reason. Okay, so let's see. A facetious reason, a fickle reason, a futile reason, a frivolous reason. So we've got frivolous for White Stripes, frivolous for Believe, frivolous for Oksana, frivolous for Saraswati, frivolous for Katia, futile for Nina, who can't make up her mind, frivolous for Vitali, frivolous for Renyard, frivolous for Julia, frivolous for Mohammed, frivolous for Halima, futile for Patricia. Oksana's wondering about facetious. Okay, facetious is a good adjective for people that take life as a joke. That's very good, Manu. Frivolous, utterly ridiculous, so silly. Yes, Phoenix goes for frivolous. Okay, a facetious reason. I wouldn't say a facetious reason. If somebody's telling a joke, yes, it could be facetious. Fickle is talking about somebody who is something that is untrustworthy, something that's always changing. So somebody who loves me today but not tomorrow, then that's fickle. The weather in the UK is fickle. Sometimes it's sunny and sometimes it's raining. You can't trust it. Fickle is something that's always changing. Futile. A futile reason. Thank you, Upcycle. You are so generous. Yes, okay. So, okay, somebody who something that is futile. Let's see. You keep trying to do something, but it's futile. Something that's frivolous is something that is not serious. That is just playing around. And yes, very definitely, the answer is frivolous. Concuspient. A concuspient reason. Woof. I think it's probably too formal. Facetious means joking. You're green stripes now. Yep. Okay, yeah, I'm going to call you green from now on. Somebody bearing an uncanny resemblance to you. Yes. No, not written. Probably not Vitali. Green stripes, yay. Okay, so a frivolous reason, something that's not serious. That's I'm sorry. Okay, so something that's fairly frivolous. Frivolous is being the answer. Okay, let's try one more then. And Bergstrom also suggests could, would, should, may be travellers, think twice. Bergstrom also suggests could be travellers, would be travellers, should be travellers, may be travellers, think twice. Okay, wow. So, should for Vitali, could for, I'm sorry I can't read your name, would be or maybe for Oksana, should for Katia, would for Green Stripes, should for Julia. Okay, would be for Patricia, would be for Vitali, should be for Phoenix. Renyard says would be or wanna be. Tete-a-tete. Personal conversation, a private conversation. Maybe for Manisco. Yep, this is another absolute mess, isn't it? So, no, I don't well, maybe somebody has, you never know. Okay, so a would-be traveller. The answer is would be. If you are a would-be is an adjective saying that you want to do something. So, I don't know, he is a would-be candidate for the job. This would-be means somebody wants it. Prospective. Would-be means prospective. Exactly. He's a would-be student of science. Is something that wants somebody that wants to do something. Somebody that's that this is prospective. It's something they want in the future. Okay, notice the hyphen as well. Yeah, a would-be traveller. He's a A would-be nuclear power. Okay. You can call you unnamed. Okay, unnamed. So someone will tell me, it will read your name for me in a bit, unnamed. A potential. Potential's a good word as well. A would-be traveller. Okay, somebody who applies for a job is a would-be worker. So who are the would-be candidates for president? Okay, so would-be is it's potential. It's somebody who wants to be, who's trying to be. They haven't been chosen. They haven't been successful yet, but people who would like to do something. The unnamed lady in Bengali. Thank you, Oksana. Okay, so yes, and that's why unknown is a good one. It's opposed to has been or might have been. Yes is a would be. A would be then becomes a has been or a might have been. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop there. Thank you very much, all of you. So, next... Whoops, let's put this in capitals. Next... But a lad. Okay, unknown. So, next stream is on Thursday. Okay, that's going to be Thursday, which is going to be the 16th of May at 3:30 p.m. UK time. That's brilliant. Now, Google has some learning to do. So thank you all for coming. It's been great having you all. It's actually been quite an interesting stream today. It's been sort of difficult and a bit of a change. So that's great. So thank you everyone, and let's see. Okay, thank you to Upcycle as well. You're really, really generous. So let's see. Thank you to Suzanne, thank you to Halima, thank you to Immutable, thank you to Julia, thank you to Manisco, thank you to Manu, thank you to Mohammed and Oksana, thank you to Patricia, thank you to Phoenix and Renyard, thank you to Upcycle, and thank you again to Upcycle for your generosity. Thank you to Vitali, thank you to Katia, thank you to Unknown, and thank you to White Stripes, who's become Green Stripes for another month. Okay, so thank you all for coming. It's been great having you all. Take care. It was a bit tough today. That's good though, because normally this one's supposed to be the easiest of the week. So take care, all of you, and I hope to see you all on Thursday. So